What if I told you the most powerful machine humans have ever built is about to blast off from Texas, and it's designed to one day carry people all the way to Mars? This Tuesday, May 19th, SpaceX is launching Starship version 3, also called V3, for the very first time. It's the 12th test flight of Starship and the most powerful rocket ever launched in history. What is Starship? Starship is built by a company called SpaceX, which was founded by Elon Musk. Its big goal is to eventually send humans to the moon and one day to Mars. But before it can carry people, it needs to pass lots of tests, and Flight 12 is the next one. Starship is actually made of two separate parts stacked on top of each other. The bottom part is called the Super Heavy Booster. It has 33 Raptor engines and does the heavy lifting at launch. The top part is the actual Starship spaceship, which has 6 more Raptor engines and is the part that eventually goes to the moon or Mars. Together, they stand 124 meters tall, about the height of a 40-story building. To picture the pushing power, a large airplane engine pushes with about 300 tons of force. Starship pushes with over 8,000 tons at liftoff. That's like 27 jumbo jets firing at the same time. Why does a rocket split in half? Here's something that might surprise you. A few minutes after launch, Starship deliberately breaks into 2 pieces. The Super Heavy Booster separates from the spaceship and falls back towards Earth. Why would you break a rocket on purpose? The answer is one of the cleverest tricks in space engineering: rocket staging. Think of it like hiking to the top of a mountain. At the bottom, you'd carry a huge backpack full of food and water, but halfway up, you've eaten most of the things. Would you carry that heavy, empty backpack all the way to the top? Of course not. You'd drop it and keep going light. That's exactly what Starship does. The Super Heavy Booster carries enormous amounts of fuel to get the spacecraft off the ground fast. Once that fuel is used up, about 3 minutes after launch, the booster is just a giant empty metal tube. Dragging it all the way to space would waste a huge amount of energy. So it separates and falls away, and the Starship spaceship continues on its own, light and fast. Without staging, a rocket would need to carry 10 times more fuel just to move the empty bottom stage. Staging it makes it possible to reach space at all. What will Flight 12 actually do? On this mission, Starship will carry 22 dummy satellites, fake versions of Starlink internet satellites, to test whether Starship can release cargo correctly in space. About 17 minutes after launch, the spaceship will open its doors and release all 22 satellites into orbit. 2 of the satellites will even turn their cameras around and take photos of Starship's heat shield, the protective layer that stops the rocket from burning up when it comes back through Earth's atmosphere. This is completely new. No rocket has ever photographed its own heat shield from space before. What comes next? After this flight, SpaceX wants to try something even more dramatic, using giant mechanical arms called Mechazilla to catch the falling booster midair, like giant chopsticks. The booster will then be refueled and launched again within hours. The long-term goal: Starship would be able to fly more than 100 times on the same vehicles and eventually carry NASA astronauts to the surface of the moon, possibly as soon as 2027. The most exciting part of space exploration isn't just where we're going, it's how fast we're learning to get there. If you could design the next Starship mission, where would you send it? The moon, Mars, or somewhere else? Tell us in the comments.